Alright, welcome back guys to a new video, and today we are mainly going to look at price action a little bit later today than usually because I was just busy and didn't have any time to make a quick video for you guys. Before we're going to dive into all kinds of prices, I want to give you guys a big thank you, because who would have known the video that we made about Carl being a scammer or not got more than 1,000 views. We are almost hitting 1,100 views. I never expected that. So thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. Funny thing is, if I look at the data, then I see that most of the visitors are coming by search results. So that's what you type here in the top. And then apparently a lot of people are then searching for Carl, the Moon, or scammer. That's quite funny, to be honest. And after that you also see I made tons of other videos and they just kind of have 6 views, 2 views, 8 views, whatever. Although some of them are just as important or maybe even more important. For example, how to make a day trade setup or other good stuff that was time sensitive. Alrighty, anyways, thanks again. If you want to do me a favor, then please hit up that like button or share all that good stuff. Let's see if we can hit it to 10 likes today. That will be amazing. Usually we have like 1 or 2 or 3. Come on, people. I want to be a slave to the YouTube algorithm. I want to be that little bitch, I want to say. I want to be that slave to the algorithm. So hit up that like button. Okay, let's quickly look at the prices. We are going to start off with BTC USD. Perfectly. Just when I want to start off, the Wi-Fi is gone. That works out just well. Let's give it a second, if else we're quickly going over to ETH. There it is. Perfect. You see, warning helps. All right, cool. So everyone is looking at this big W pattern, right? That is forming like this, and then the question is, are we going to break out or not? The level for me that will be like the real big breakout is this 45,600. If we're closing a daily above that level, then for me we have a clear breakout and we can go higher. And as you can see, we had a few touch points here. This side of the W is not perfect, but all right, we'll count it as 1, and this is 2. If we are going to break out, and I think I have not mentioned this before, so shame on me, is the price level. What I'm looking out for is we take this measuring, and then we are hitting here the 53,600. I already drew a blue line there. That also has a confluence with a lot of other price levels. Here it was support, here it was support, and here it was numerous times support and resistance. So you want to see that big confluence when you have a breakout on the daily. Of course, so far there's no breakout yet. This is the bull scenario, this is the price target. What if we are not breaking out yet and we're going a little bit sideways or down? Well, if we're going sideways, then you want to see maybe a little bit like this, maybe retesting this white line right here and then going higher. If this white line breaks, it would not be the end of the world. It's not like this is the major break or make or break level. If we are going down, then of course we have the level here, the 42 and the 40. But if I zoom in on the 4 hourly, and then we are taking a measuring tool, so in this case a FIB tool, from the swing high to the swing low, then kind of what you want to see is the 0.5 or the 61.8. This is really the level that I'm looking out for. And what do you know, right? Here is also the box that we have drew already a long time ago, that has dipped in and out a few times, where we have all of the support and resistance coming in. So that actually would perfectly coincide. You could also say, you know what, Ray, I actually don't really like to take the candles, but more the bodies. Then you could have something like this, and then you have the 61.8 that also confluence here with nice support and resistance, which is actually also kind of close to the box, and 0.5 is then in the box. So that would be a good retracement that will be completely fine, completely healthy, and then breaking through. So then again, we're talking about 38, 40,000 to 39 to 40,000. That is kind of the level. What of course we don't want to see is this thing breaking down, making a lower low than this one, or even worse, a lower low than this one. And if we're even going down further and closing a daily lower than this one, then it looks very, very ugly, but of course I will update you then in the meantime. But that is kind of the retracement levels that I'm looking out for. So step by step, first see, are we going to hold this? That is right now approximately about the 41 to 42. Then we are going down the 39 to, let's say, 38-ish. 38,500, and then of course we want to see this level, or on the other side what I just draw. All right, let's quickly head over to ETH. It looks here a little bit different. On the daily, you can see that the resistance line that we also draw came in place, is also in confluence with this yellow box that we already drew for I don't know how long ago, but it just keep it up there because it's still valid at these price levels. Of course also here the W pattern that's right now evolving. This white line looks like it's a bit more of a resistance than it was for BTC, so let's see how that goes. And of course I also want to see a clear break above these levels. Let's be conservative just to be sure. A daily close above, what shall we say, 3250. That would make me bullish, or 3300. 3250 to 3200 daily close above these levels, we can go higher. So that looks good. Be careful because usually ETH wicks a bit faster, a bit more intense than BTC does. Okay, other than that, of course it's no surprise in the last what shall we say, 1 or 2 days it's a little bit of sideways action. Same here goes for Bitcoin, not really deciding on what we're gonna do. This price action from top to bottom was just super low. We're talking about 3% over 2 days, 2.5 days. So yeah, that is not a lot of action. So the bears and the bulls have not decided yet if we need to retrace or are we going to pump higher. Of course the alts got slaughtered quite a lot in the last few months, and the pain is not over yet. Let me quickly make two comparisons with BTC. Here we have ETH, BTC, and you see that ETH is in general kind of range bounding here, not really gaining, not really losing. We kind of have this base right here, but I will be careful. But if you go down more on the list, then you see just what a kind of carnage it has been. I'm just taking VeChain right now. You see this just went down and down and down and down, which actually, by the way, is not the correct chart because I wanted to see VeChain against Bitcoin. Wow. Well, also bad. I don't know which one was worse, but also bad. Actually, my point is what I want to make is that all the alts are just grinding lower, lower, lower against Bitcoin. In other words, it doesn't make sense to now to trying to find the altcoin to get another 5% or 10% if the altcoins are not just really outperforming Bitcoin on a strong pace. So maybe one time on a 4-hourly or on a daily they have a bit of a pump and they're doing a little bit better, but we see here, especially when you're in there for a longer period of time, you're just losing money. So then I'm not saying now convert all your alts to Bitcoin, but just don't try to be a hero and trying to day trade this tiny altcoin and shitcoin stuff, because you're gonna get burned. So that's why I'm just sticking to Bitcoin and ETH. These are the most predictable. It's much easier to trade, and as you can see here, really I can pull up pretty much any chart. There are of course a few examples, but I can pull up pretty much any chart and they look like this, and see that the alts against BTC are just losing tremendously in value. I think because we just had this 3 months of grinding lower for BTC. Once BTC start picking up, it takes a little bit of time, a week or two, and then suddenly boom, you see the alts are picking up, and then this might gain strength again. But we're not there yet. We're not out of the woods. Just because now we are going a little bit higher doesn't mean that that's it and that's the star sign, because if we're zooming out on a bigger time frame, you can see that we have not really clear lift off yet. On a very small time frame, what else do I have for you? Let me see, to zoom in a little bit, because I know some of you also like to see a little bit more of these smaller setups. This is one that I've been looking at. So this is really if you're trading the charts on, let's say, a daily base, then this could be something that you're looking out for. It's kind of squeezing together. It's again not a very wide range, so the gains had been little. I was actually just looking at this one to maybe break lower, then get into a short that will then also perfectly coincide with a bit more of a retracement. I was almost ready to take the short because we were breaking down, and you saw this any tiny wick, and then whoop, went up again. So that was invalid. Yeah, so far that didn't happen. So we'll see how long this will take. Usually the pattern needs to be filled for 70% before you see a breakout or a breakdown. So yeah, I just want to say, even on small time frames, not a lot of action. If you have been able to catch some trades, congratulations. If not, you know, it's fine. Just sit back, relax, and let this play out. Because why would you entertain a long if we just pumped up all the way from the top to the bottom 28%, or even if you would say, you know what, I'm taking this one, then we have 20%. Could we go higher? Yeah. A lot higher? Don't know. We already pumped up like from top to bottom 20% from this week on, and we still have a few days on the calendar for this week. Could we go down? Yeah, most likely. So if you're now suddenly getting into a long and you're getting caught up, and then suddenly we're dumping down to retest some of the levels, then you're getting liquidated. So be careful with that. I'm also very, very careful. Yesterday I barely put in any trades, and so far this morning also not a lot. I was just also busy with other stuff, but as you can see, you have not missed a lot. Sometimes it's better to just sit back, relax, let this play out, and before you're taking action. And if this suddenly dumps, you say, oh man, I missed the move, I wish I would have shorted here. Yeah, that's true, but if you also would have longed here, then suddenly you're also underwater a few percent, especially on leverage, and it goes super fast. Trust me, I have burned my ass many times. So just be careful, let this play out, let's see what happens. If something horrible happens in the news, let's say nuclear bombs, then this could have an effect on the price. And then I think we're going much lower. All right, that was enough for me. I already talked a lot. Again, guys, if you like these videos, then please like and subscribe. If you want to see other stuff, other alts, do you want to see more macro stuff? Do you want to, see something about interest rates, economy, or whatever? Just let me know in the comments, and I will try to make more content for that. Okay, thank you guys so much. I love you all, and see you next one. Bye bye.